Yo guys, gonna do something a bit different. Usually when I show this, it's through streaming. This time I'm gonna do it recorded after stream. I'm gonna take off the webcam so you get more vision of everything. You're still gonna get my kind of reactions and my comments about what's happening. So let's do it, boys. Let's do it. I've eaten, I've rested, I'm all fucking tired. 3 new heroes. So we've got Devourer, pretty much confirmed. Katana, pretty much confirmed. And then we don't know who the third is, right? People are thinking Frost are here. So I guess we'll see.
Starts now.
I hope this isn't really loud. That could have been really loud, to be honest. That starting point is quite loud. I was just saying that we've got Katana, Devourer, and we don't know the third. So let's see. I've heard some interesting things about Devourer. Katana, I know nothing. Like I know,
right,
I know
everybody,
she is,
welcome
what she's gonna
to
be
the
like.
Combat Cast. I know everyone's very excited about this one on a lovely Friday. Pretty windy here in
Here.
Chicago, but we're excited to show you 3 characters
Hopefully that's
today,
okay
and
sound.
we have a couple special guests today. So without further ado, let's go to the couch. Here we go, right there.
Pointing's my thing, Sean.
We are pointing at everyone. Awesome. First of all, I am Tyler Lansdowne, one of the community managers here at NetherRealm Studios. Beside me, I have.
I am Sean Hemrick. I'm the facilities manager.
Steve, Senior QA Analyst.
Derek Kurtzik, Sean Hemrick's right-hand man.
And as usual, behind the power station, we have my friend and all of ours. Maybe not Sean, you like him?
He's fine.
Cool. Matt Burke.
Hey, everybody. I'll take it. I'm fine.
He'll take it.
That camera's really close to his face.
It's
isn't it?
awesome.
And here's the deal about it.
We
I
push
think
it an inch further closer every single one.
he leans into it more every week.
Maybe that's what it is.
Like, there it is.
God.
Oh, man. Matt Burke with the hot bits today. All right, so we have Sean here.
Hello.
Sean, we're going to talk today about something that's coming to Mortal Kombat 11 that you wanted to go through, and it's a thing called time crystals. Can you tell us what those are?
Yeah, time crystals are a currency in the game that lets you shortcut your way to visuals, cosmetics, skin, gear, intros, victories,
Paid skins thing.
easy fatalities. It's all cosmetic things that you can get in the game. Nothing pay to win.
Okay, great.
okay.
Can you tell us, so you've kind of told what you can get, mainly just cosmetic things.
Yeah, cosmetic things. Like I guess I'll highlight gear because when I've explained this to other people, wait, Injustice 2 gear had stat impact. We listened to the community; they didn't like that as much, so we split those. Right, so you have the visual now that is the gear that you get through earning in the gameplay, or you can go to the store and pick up these items. All those items can be picked up somewhere in the store. In the game, but you then get gear drops. Not gear drops. God, I got that all wrong. Okay,
You're doing just fine.
You get the visual dropped in the game. You also get the stat dropped in the game as an augment. You put those together and go from there as your stat, but the gear has no gameplay impact on its own.
Right. Okay, excellent.
It's visual.
Man, I messed it up completely.
No, but I think we got there.
We did eventually
We
get
got there.
Interesting. It's like every
another
single
question.
game's going to get this shit, right?
Yes, man, over
Isn't he,
here.
though?
Right-hand man.
Do we have to pay for time crystals?
Just adds
You
a
don't
bit
have to.
more
Nothing in the
profit.
game requires time crystals. You can play the whole game, unlock all the stuff there without ever dealing with time crystals. If you want, you can get time crystals and shortcut your way to different things. And we are going to drop a bunch in the game so that you're going to get to experiment and play with them and see if you like them.
All right, awesome. This is a big question for, we're all competitive on some level. Is there any sort of aspects of paying to win with time crystals and gear and whatnot?
Yeah, just like our past 2 games where we've had things like this, there is absolutely nothing that can be pay to win. Nothing to give you a gameplay advantage.
You're really
or
making
anything
sure
like
we
that.
know this.
All visuals, all that. I would like to say, we listen to the community with that, but we don't even get that far. Like, listen to Paulo or Deseric or
Right.
nobody in the building actually wants that. So we listen to ourselves as well there.
We're a very competitive game, and there's no reason-
we don't have any competitive advantage for money.
Sure. A big question we get a lot, loot boxes. Do we have loot boxes in Mortal Kombat 11?
No, I'm not going to do the joke about a 19-tiered system.
Which we talked about earlier.
We did.
Glad
but-
we went away from that.
Glad we went from that. Yeah, no, there's no loot boxes. We don't want that. We didn't want that.
So you just
Obviously,
buy
the community
the
doesn't
skin
want that.
you
We've seen
want
reaction.
with
Other
time
games that have it.
crystals, right.
We don't
Kinda
want
care
that
about more
reaction.
about the,
There are no
the
loot
new
boxes in this game
characters, but-
whatsoever.
Awesome. Thank you, Sean. You excited about the release of Mortal Kombat 11?
I am. I'm having a fun time playing it.
Who are you maining right now?
Liu Kang. I'm a Liu Kang traditionalist.
Okay, that's good.
I like the range. I always put in the low fireball because I just feel that nobody blocks.
I like the low firewall.
Right.
Here's the deal. Brian Goodman in marketing, my boss, is playing Liu Kang as well right now. So Maybe a
think a
mirror
lot of
match
people
down
are
the
gonna.
road on stream.
Sure. Let's see. I just it's not. I'm using
Amplify?
Yes, amplify. I was going to use the Injustice 2 terminology.
Don't do that.
I just amplify that bike kick constantly.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
so much fun.
It's the most fun
yeah,
thing about
yeah.
it.
Literally no reason not to.
And then low fireball. It's just
Yeah.
a fairly.
And then once you hit 3 bicycle kicks, crush and blow.
Right. And
So-
he's got nice, easy, chainable things in his.
Very fun to play like that, I think. His kicks really work well into each other.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sean,
I
there
wonder
is
what his
one thing I want
command
you
for
to
the
do.
kicks are going to
The-
be.
before you leave, is
Before
there
it was
anything else
forward,
you'd like
back,
to say?
forward. I wonder.
Oh
if
yeah,
kept that.
I find it very funny when Ed intros the trailer because he's just like, and here we go, and he there's a screen behind him,
Right.
and he's so chill about it. But like I was like, trailer.
Holy shit. Who are they going to show? Let's see. Katana. Right? And Devora.
You killed Jared, Devora?
This one killed many on Shao Kahn's behalf.
On behalf of them, you die.
Yep, that is Katana and them. Okay.
Adinian
That's a
lives.
frog. Nice little over there. It looks like anyway. Doesn't knock down either. Nice combo. Oh god. Oh, she can amplify that. She had that in MK11. MKX, sorry. Okay, push and blow. Oh wow. That's different. Ah, there it is. What the fuck? So that's the thing what comes out of her when she dies. It flies. This is another variation, as you can see. She's got kind of, what are they called? Them pie things, what are they are? Them like swords. Whoa. Into a reset potential.
Death is assured.
What level that? I thought we were the failed war, but it isn't. Just noticed the new map, by the way. That's a failed war. Wow. Alright. That was cool. Damn.
Fatality. Kitana win.
Obviously a lot to take in because there was 2 new characters that we haven't seen. Looking interesting though. Saw some little combos there. That Devora thing where she has that bug come out looks weird. That's going to be interesting, I guess. I weren't sure if it was going to be... honestly, I didn't think it would be
And
something flying.
Princess has returned.
I had a feeling
That
its
intro,
move list would be
is
very
that not
simple,
the best
though.
intro, like,
It looks like a
ever?
very simple move list. It looked like 2 things
You've
you
been
could only
excited
do.
about this stream for a bit.
A long time.
So maybe more
And I
gimmicky,
like
but
how
who
you went
knows?
with blue. You had
Yeah.
the blue motif going on.
Yeah, of course.
So who is the
So
third,
yes,
guys?
Katana has
Ooh.
returned to Mortal Kombat 11. Steve,
I'm
thoughts?
so curious who that
I don't
third
think
is,
she's
man.
ever been cooler. I think, I mean,
I'm gonna
her
say
look is
Frost
great,
just 'cause
her
people are
face
saying
is
that.
amazing
It does
looking.
seem-
Her
it possibly
costume,
will be.
both human and revenant. I'm all in.
What a surprise.
Well, yeah,
What a surprise for
frigid take.
That would have been hilarious. Been like, so Steve, Katana's back. What do you think? And
Yeah,
Steve's
she's
like,
okay.
whatever, you know. No, she's great. Total. I mean, I haven't played with her a lot. I've played against
She
you a
definitely
lot, and
looks
it's
like
been fun.
Katana, like the
So
move list
tell
and
me
stuff.
just from the start, what are you thinking about Katana right now? How is she playing? What should people be looking for?
I think the main thing about Katana is her normal attacks are pretty much completely redone. There's a couple things that we wanted to bring back. Like, you'll see in a second that forward 2 is like a long range, like, good footsie tool, which is the last 2 games, that's kind of what you want to do in the mid range.
So they've changed
Other
all
than
the
that, though, her
normals, but
normal
she's still got
attacks
some of
are
the
pretty
specials.
different.
Yeah, for the most part, she's always holding her fans, right?
Yes,
Like, they're
yeah.
more of a weapon. Again, weapons, right?
Interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
before we forget too, in that trailer, you guys will see some Devora as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Which we will be getting to. After this, we're going to do a couple things with Cetrion. We know we showed her on Game Informer. Show a couple things, and then we'll get to Devora after that. So, back to
Yeah,
Katana.
so
Wait,
she
that's not the
uses
third
her
though, right?
fans all the time now. Her special moves are where she's also quite different. Like, a lot of the classic special moves are back that you'd expect. Like she's
Is
still
a
gonna
third
throw
gun
her
Cetrion?
fans and do square wave, but she's got like 5 or 6 brand new moves that she's never had.
Like different flair on the older moves and things like that.
Yes, a lot of the older moves have been completely reanimated. I
saw
think she
one
has
of
like
them.
almost a dance-like quality. I think that's how I describe her. Like, I think in the last game in MKX, she was heavily like assassin-based, like
Right.
a lot of kung fu kind of stuff, and that's still there, but it's a lot more graceful and elegant, I think, in this game. Which,
Cool. Well, let's get to it.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look, Steve.
all right, so we'll
Now,
start
let's
off with
see.
the normal attacks, and I think one thing that's really interesting is she has a lot of really long multi-hitting strings that you have to kind of dial out really quickly.
Right.
As you can see here.
Oh, wow,
This
okay.
is her forward two.
Whoa,
So it's
that
got a
looks
ton of
quick.
range,
Looks
but
like
the thing is, while
mids
these
as
do
well.
good damage and have a lot of hits, you actually can't hit confirm a lot of them because you have to kind of dial them out. Like,
Right. Because they are a lengthy dial-in combo.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That looked definitely
this
like
is
an
like kind of
overhead.
one of her main strings. And
Overhead
you can either
low.
cut it short or do.
That's what it looks like.
This last
Overhead
part
low
here.
into overhead.
She has a low that'll actually pop them
into
up
a
a
high,
little bit.
looks
She
like.
doesn't get a traditional combo mid-screen, but in the corner she can. And she does not have a pop-up overhead like a lot of characters, but she does have pretty good range on her hop attack.
And a lot of her
What do they mean
moves are
by
also
pop-up
knocking them back.
overhead?
She is kind
Do
of
they
a
mean
character.
overhead, which
Yes,
pulls
absolutely.
into
That's
like
still
a
really
jump?
good. It's not just her range.
'Cause
Let's
it
check out her
definitely looks
throws,
like an
'cause they
overhead.
are beautiful. I love the little pose there.
Awesome.
She's definitely going to
Her
play
last
different.
normal I'd like to show is her back one, which is a pretty fast, good range mid.
Yeah.
And she has a couple of extensions off of it. And this one here,
Wow,
during
that
the
look
kicks,
like
you can kind of hit confirm,
mids.
see if it hits, let the whole string go. You can stagger it. And it is actually a crushing blow on a punish or a counter hit.
Ah, okay. That was that one.
So it gets really good damage and pushes them full screen for her zoning.
Can we see her down one?
Her down one is exactly what you want from it. I would consider it a failure if her down one was not that.
Right.
Here's a question for you, as a
That looked like a law, that one. Whatever it was.
Katana of the world.
Many, many years ago.
Tell me, how many times do you
Down
think
three,
you've
maybe?
done a down one with Katana?
The down one has made me quite a lot of money. That's all I can say.
Back in the day when you were doing it, there wasn't quite a lot of money though.
Well, when you are as consistent as I am getting top 8 and you're only making $300 a tournament, when you get top 8 at every tournament you win because you're just that tight, it adds up.
It does add up.
So tight.
So how many
Steve.
times have you pushed the button?
It's got to be like 1,000 times, right?
How many
Or
times
More
have
than
you
1,000.
practiced just pressing
I
down
mean, the
one?
1,000 times, I mean per game.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
That makes
okay.
total sense.
Like that was her anti-air, her footsie tool, her mix-up tool. So let's go into her special moves. We'll start with the standard ones. Her fan toss is back.
Yep.
Like the last game, it's super fast. It's a
What's,
high attack. It can hit people out of the air.
The beat
If
above.
you amplify it, she does a
Amplify.
double one.
Okay,
This can
same.
catch people jumping or that are
That could
trying to
potentially
walk
be
in
a
after the
corner
first
combo, by the
one.
way.
It's a great projectile.
Looks
Her
like
air
it.
fan is back, but in my opinion, her ground fan is kind of her core footsie tool in or zoning tool in this one. Very similar to MKX.
Interesting.
Fan lift is back. It's exactly what you
saw
want.
that.
It's a combo starter. And now she has a new move, which I just whipped. This cool throat slit. And this
Whoa.
to me is how you're going to end most of your juggle combos. And it has a crushing blow if you do an 8-hit combo.
Ah, okay.
So once per game, you can kind of cash in, do an 8-hit combo, into the throat slit, and get significantly extra damage. But again, with the crushing blows, you can only do it once per match. So you
Right.
kind of got to know, like,
Another
if you're
new
going to
map,
die
by the way,
anyway,
I
you don't
think.
want to cash out.
These maps
Yeah, I
are
gotta
looking
say,
really
we've been,
fucking nice.
we've been playing a lot of the game in the studio. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of people.
A
are
lot
playing,
of people are
which is awesome. And like the meta game of figuring out your crushing blows and when you want to use them, and the times you accidentally down 2 when they're pretty much dead anyway, and you
That were
waste
down
it 'cause
4
you
must
didn't put
be.
hold on.
Yeah.
Like this metagame, I can't wait for the fans to start playing because it is some of my favorite parts of the game right now.
She also has square boost back. The amplify is really, really cool. Normally, she can only do it in the air. And that's where we can get into the loadouts I made. I made 2 loadouts to show.
Okay.
So the first one, I gave her ground door, which allows her to do square boost on the ground.
Oh, wow.
It behaves just like the air one. It's super fast, so it's almost like a shadow
I wonder how
kick or
safe that
Raiden
is.
Superman. It's a great combo ender. Like, for example, normally you can't combo after this. If you have
No,
ground
you
war
can,
equipped, I'll go ahead and go into square boost to give her extra damage.
It's on the
The
more
other thing I
damage,
gave
though.
her is flutter is
How's
back,
it?
which
Ah,
is
shit.
essentially like a double jump where you can lower. So you can do stuff like, normally she does jump kick fan to kind of get in. You can fake it out, and if they try to anti-air,
Can you actually
down,
get something
jumping
more
fan.
with it though?
Or you can use it to get over projectiles. Maybe like Noob throws
Was
a
it more
shadow,
for a
or
kind
Liu
of,
Kang throws a low fireball, and you're gonna hit the ground.
Is it
You
more
can
for a kind
flutter.
of avoidance thing, maybe?
And then lastly, in this loadout, I gave her Royal
Parry?
Protection, which is a projectile absorb.
Yeah.
Hey, you didn't use Jax this time to set up.
Yeah.
the- Smart
Oh,
move.
it looks like it.
So you see her
gives
fans start
a
glowing.
buff.
When
Yeah.
she absorbs a projectile, she actually gets a damage buff on all her fan attacks while the fan's
Mm.
glowing. So you kind of are zoning the opponent out. You absorb a projectile to stop their zoning, and then that actually amplifies her melee to then go in and use her offense, which is
And with
pretty
her
cool.
having, like, these
What about
long
throwing
chain
the fans, I
combos
wonder?
As well, right? Like
Right.
that damage is just gonna.
It's going to add up, yeah.
It's awesome.
So one interesting thing is, we talked recently about how we're going to have 2 preset loadouts for tournament and ranked play. This is actually one of her tournament loadouts that I made. This is the one that I like using. I've been using it against you a lot.
Right.
So here's an example that
And
people are
my,
saying.
my Jax one actually is too.
Yeah, the one that you just
Oh,
used
is
for
he, he's
Jax
gonna
is-
try?
So those are the 3 moves she gets.
Is he
So
trying
how
to
about one more
combo the
loadout?
opponent?
Also,
let's do it.
just while we're
It
talking
looked
about
like
that,
it.
we will be playing our belt battle today in tournament mode.
In tournament mode, yes.
I wasn't ready for that.
You always have to be ready for tournament. You never know when a tournament's going to start.
Well,
Do you not want-
usually you get
So
an
yeah, if you don't
invitation to the
know,
tournament.
I believe
do you not
for
Did
tournaments,
you not get your
there's
ancient scroll?
preset
I did not get
loadouts
an
they've
ancient
scroll. You don't want to
created.
do that
It
today?
looks like.
Are you
So
afraid?
It's gonna be quite similar
Whoa,
to
whoa,
MKX
whoa,
with
buddy.
variations. You can't
I'm
just
not
pick and
afraid of
choose.
anything.
I think it would have been interesting with
the
picking and
awesome
choosing, but
character that
I guess this is the route they're
to
taking.
do the belt battle. I don't know what their tournament loadout is, but you know what? Let's do it.
Well, you will find out as the community does.
Well, actually, yeah. I mean, we're all gonna find out today.
Yeah.
Let's do it. And then my witty name won't be there. Oh, that's
Let's
okay.
go for her fatal blow before we go to loadout 2.
Well, wait. We got to.
Tyler's just like-
There it is. All right, I got you.
Oh, we saw
You
this,
can see
yeah.
the into the attack is a really long range move. It's pretty good if you like look
So
for
weird how
movement
it
in the
bounces
mid-range.
up.
It's pretty slow. It's not like super fast, but the range makes up for
Like
it.
Aaron Blacks.
Love
Aaron Blacks need looking at, I think.
Real quick,
It looks a bit insane, but
do you have any sort of
that's just my opinion.
lore about? I mean, listen, doesn't have to be about 11. We cannot have a combat cast without a Katana lore minute.
Well, I can say this is a little known fact. It's from John Tobias's notes that came out a couple years ago. Katana was actually originally planned to be an MK1 under the name Katsuni, and her role in the story was going to be Shang Tsung's daughter, and you would win her hand in marriage if you won the tournament.
Oh,
But they had a lot of story ideas that they never really went with, and they used her for MK2.
nice, nice.
And that has been
Steve's
Oh, God.
lore minute.
That was okay, though.
awesome.
Do you think they're really going to show
Alright, so I'm
Satyrion
using
as the
the human
third
skin, which
character?
I
That'd be a
absolutely love.
bit
She has
of
another
a
version of this I like even
rob.
more, but-
I hope I'm wrong.
great.
But you're
Yeah.
going to see that in a couple weeks.
Yeah. So in this loadout, I gave her 2 things. The first is Edenian Razors, which is this cool move where the fans circle them, it hits 3 times. You can use this.
I'm right there with Burke.
Burke in the power station is distracting me by acting the move out. So this move is really good to make your string safe. It can also be an anti-air, and you can get combos off of it.
Oh, wow, okay.
You can also use it in the corner to get combos that typically aren't possible. So, for
Ooh, I
example,
love that combo. That was nice.
Yeah, what was that? I didn't even show that string.
I like when it says to get combos that aren't possible. Well, it's possible.
normally aren't
Yeah,
possible.
I got you. Steve.
The cost of this is you actually give up fan lift. So mid-screen, your combos are going to be significantly less. You're going to have to just do like a string into like a special move.
But
in
you
the
get
corner, you can see
anti-air
there, you're going
combos
to be
as
doing
well.
hella damage. So that's one of the things that's kind of a trade-off.
I mean, it's saying hella
Then I
damage,
also
but that
gave
was
her half-blood stance, which you can see in the
critical
trailer.
blower, it's
She
called.
pulls out Melina's Sai,
Lethal.
and from here she has a couple moves she can do. One is the familiar classic Melina teleport.
Oh, wow.
Another
But that's
is she throws the
that's
Sai up in
Melina,
the
as I
air, and
said.
she's
So
freed
does
up,
that mean
and
she's not going to be
Katana
in?
can go in for pressure. So the opponent's going to have to block, look out for the Sai.
I just realised that is Melina, innit? They did that with
She can
Jade
go
last
in for
time.
throws, or whatever else she wants to do. It's
And then
just
Jade wasn't in.
especially good if you can get them blocking. Like you do a bunch of fans, get them blocking,
Interesting.
then throw this out. And then if they start getting used to it and trying to attack you out of it, you cancel it. Lastly, she has the Sai Stab, which is a great combo under.
Oh, wow.
And that has a crushing blow. The
Launch.
requirement is pretty interesting. It's to have hit with 3 of these Sai moves. So normally, you won't get the crushing blow. But after you've hit 3 of these, the next time you do it, you're going to get that, and that's actually going to pop them up.
Yep, knew it. Yep.
That's okay.
That's okay.
Fangirl. That's a really good,
Yeah.
good name. Nice
I'm
job.
pretty happy with that.
Pretty pumped.
So
She's
I
quite
would say
cool.
that is our look at Katana. She's
They're only showing two
redone in a lot of ways,
variations.
a
Have you noticed
ton
that?
of new
Like two.
animations,
They used to show like
but
three.
I think those
I'm pretty
familiar
sure,
with Katana, like
unless
if you
I'm
want,
crazy.
you know, the,
And now they
the
only
really
show
good
two,
zoning
like two
fans,
variations,
you want the
basically
big
different ones.
conversions, the
They're
really
hiding
good
quite a
combo.
lot.
She's still like a combo queen character. I think you'll be right at home. She's a fresh take, but pretty familiar if you like Katana.
My phone was ringing.
Who would call you right now?
It looked like a telemarketer, to be honest.
Well, you should have answered.
Well, yeah.
Just on stream. Yeah.
usually
They have
those
an
are
important update about your car insurance.
Yeah.
Right.
Awesome. So that's great, Steve. Thank you so
Yeah,
much for
I'm
that.
super stoked to see
on,
everyone
boys.
play her.
And she has a bunch of other really cool.
She doesn't
moves,
look as
too,
Zord.
Yeah,
I'm
the
not
trailer
sure.
you could see there was a teleport.
She was
in
actually
there where she had a
ridiculous as
dive bomb
Zordie
and
in,
boost from that. There's a
MK11.
bunch
I
of
love
stuff.
the fans that like come together. Like
Yeah.
she's got a lot of cool tools in this one.
Yep.
She's very
Super
stylish
cool.
looking.
One thing real quick before I forget, Alicia Marie, a cosplayer who's a part of the MK Collective, which we'll be talking about here in a little bit, we'll be doing an AMA on Discord after the stream. So go to our Discord for that. There's a rumor floating around that I might be doing one next in a week and a half or so. Maybe. There's a rumor.
Cool.
Did you hear the rumor?
I didn't hear that rumor.
Oh, you.
No one heard
No,
the rumor?
I didn't. And I keep my ear to the ground.
You really do. Awesome. Just I want to tell her just kind of about our schedule real quickly, too. Next week, there will be no stream. Don't be sad. I understand. A lot of us will be traveling around, promoting the game, getting it ready to show to you guys very soon. That said, that following Monday, the 22nd, the day right before, we're going to be doing one more pre-launch combat cast, and we still got more to show you. So
Yeah,
prepare
buddy.
for that. So next week we won't have one, but then that Monday we'll have an awesome one, and maybe some other stuff to talk about, some really cool things. Excited about that. So, Steve, let us now discuss another character.
Okay.
Now, I know on Twitter, a lot of people are like, Game Informer already did the Cetrion thing with Steve. We still want to show everybody on the stream, for those who didn't see that, and for
God.
some things that we're going to show with Cetrion
Yes.
that were not discussed in the Game Informer.
Yes.
So,
Can we get a quick view of the character select? Look at this beautiful thing.
The character select.
We got to show this all but 2 characters.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Right now, there are a ton of people on Reddit and all that. They're taking screenshots of it. They're obsessing over the order. What is the lore meaning behind?
Right.
They're going ham.
I could hear them going ham.
Two more left.
Right now.
It's a bit of a
let's go over Cetrion
letdown.
a little
It would have been
bit.
nice
She
with
is
another
an
third
elder goddess.
character. We've already seen
One of
her.
the most powerful characters we've ever had. Certainly one of the most powerful playable characters in the history of MK.
okay.
An elder god, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, not if
Let's
you will,
see.
she just is.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
The
She
Zona,
commands
if you
the
will.
elements and life. She is almost the opposite of Shinnok in a way, where he was like death, bones, demons, all that nasty stuff. She's like flowers, butterflies, puppies,
Fire,
rainbows.
water.
Also fire and water, earth and wind.
Yeah.
You see that rainbow back there? She made that.
She made that.
She made that, right?
So she is one of the game's premier zoning characters. She is a great keep out character, but it is not traditional zoning where you're just like, Katana's just throwing straight fans. She has more slower startup, more trap moves that are like mid, close, and far. But first,
No,
let's
so
briefly go over.
Katana is quite Zona the same.
They are all very effects heavy. It's super cool. She uses the elements, even her normals. I really love this water teleport. She has this one where literally a meteorite comes, and if it's a counter hit, she gets this crushing blow where it just absolutely bops them on the head.
Bop.
And then she gets a combo. You know, if I wasn't old and bad,
That's all right.
it's okay. Even her hop attack is just bopping you over the head with a meteorite thing.
We've seen this
She
though.
get all these boulders.
Well, when you're an elder goddess, you can conjure anything.
No, yeah.
Reality is at your fingertips.
True. I've heard that.
So her special moves. One of her core moves for her zoning
The
is
zone
this
thing.
rock. She
Oh,
bounces
yeah,
on the
yeah.
ground,
Yeah.
and,
And then she
while the
throws one
startup
on the
is
top,
pretty
which can be a
slow,
crushing blow.
it's excellent on block. It has a long knockdown on hit. Like the opponent, space will be controlled when this move
It
is
does
hit
look
to
You're gonna
the
get
annoying.
with the boulder.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
yeah,
yeah, that makes a lot of sense that you wouldn't want to move if a giant boulder was rolling at you.
absolutely.
But then to complement it, she has this air one, and it looks very similar. It's going to be extremely hard to tell what she's doing.
Sure.
So you
God.
want to jump because of the rolling boulder, and then you're going to jump.
Yeah,
into
it will
this.
pretty much be impossible.
She also has this rock wall, and if she amplifies it, it's a great combo ender, and this can actually absorb
I
projectiles.
was just gonna ask, can it absorb projectiles?
It can,
You know.
and that is a crushing blow.
When it absorbs a
When it absorbs a projectile for the first time, you actually get the crushing blow. And again, once per game.
Sure.
It's also one of her key combo enders.
Now this is very interesting to me because some that you sort of shark around for, you know, this one you might be trying to do that when you shouldn't be doing it because you know the first time you get a crushing blow.
Yes.
You might be throwing it up there and missing, throwing it up there. I mean, there's definitely some danger knowing you have to do it first try.
Absolutely. So then she has her Hellfire Beam. She can do this in the air or the ground, and if she amplifies it, this is not tracking. It's close, medium, or far, but
She'll
it's
always float
real
with it,
juicy
though, yeah.
damage. Very, very hard to avoid.
I wonder how much chip this shit does, you know?
Then she has this Tentacle Grab. This is actually one of the few tracking moves in the game. Like, we don't have a lot of these in this, but this will actually go wherever the opponent is. It's pretty quick. It is not a low. It's actually a mid, so there are no overhead low mix-ups. She just has to do it. And it has a ton of recovery on whiff or block. But
The hell,
again,
Game Inform,
the
I'm
opponent's
pretty
kinda
sure they
jumping
said that
around,
was a low,
walking
didn't
back,
they?
trying to avoid all this
No?
business. And then
I
any
feel like I
moment you
heard that
see
somewhere.
movement, or you go for
So it's a
the read, and
mid.
you're going to get them, and then you're going to get a combo.
Just throwing the world at you, man. She doesn't mess around.
Well, there you go.
Her combos are not the
That's
greatest.
big.
She really doesn't have a lot of pop-ups because she's kind of a keep away character. So often what I do is I actually do this move, let them restand, then I go for a throw.
I don't
or
know why
go
they
for
create
a
keep away characters.
Overhead bop,
I honestly,
or
I
this move,
don't
which just sends them back.
see the
So
appeal
she's not a character
spectator-wise
that's
in
going to
them.
hurt you super, super hard when you're wrong, but
I guess
you're
we'll
going to be
see
wrong a
though,
lot
like how
as
she
you're trying
is.
to get in.
Sure.
So
I've
guess let's
just
go
never
over the
understood
loadout names,
the
just
appeal,
some moves that are going to be interesting. A lot of
spectator-wise,
people
which you know
have
eventually
not seen
would
these
go
moves.
to,
The
right?
first
If it
one I
wants to be
gave
a
her,
serious
I went with
competitive
lore, so I went with an Earth-based loadout.
game,
I gave her a
then
ground
it's,
pound.
it does need to be entertaining
It's
to
two
watch.
hitting, they're low. And then I gave her, she has these different buffs using the elements. I gave her this one where she summons the rocks. So now the way this works is, I'm going to switch to Jade. She summons the rocks, and while you're in the rock field, if you hit Cetrion, the rock will actually latch out and try to hit you. So I'll show you.
What?
You can see
Oh
it.
shit!
If it's blocked or whiffed, it actually won't, and you can actually avoid them. Like, they're not just immediately targeting. Like, I'm intentionally doing something low, and now I'm out of the field.
Ah,
But
weird.
you'll see the rock actually comes down, and if the opponent's there, they'll get bopped. So, Cetrion, using both of her defensive stamina,
I wonder if you
look,
could
it actually
bait
takes up
them
the whole thing.
and
She
get
could set this up,
a block
go
launcher
in for pressure, go in for throw, or
with
whatever
perfect
block
blocking
strings,
then.
and if the opponent tries to counterpoke back or try to do a juggle, wow, that happened to both of us.
Everybody's getting phone calls today.
They'll actually be hit. Now, because the stamina's gone, you got to think about the risk reward here, because that means if you dodge it and you actually combo Cetrion, she's not going to be able to break away or do a wake-up attack for quite a while. So this isn't an end-all, you just can't play the game, but it is a great, great defensive tool.
Now, would you use it as like, I'm going to be on the other side of the screen, I'm going to put that up, and I'm going into zoning lane?
You could definitely do that.
Right.
I personally like using it offensively, kind of do it in the mid-range and then try to go in if they try to poke. But yeah, you could absolutely do that too. It's essentially you can think of it as a shield, a high-risk
Well, Game
shield.
Informer definitely didn't get everything right, did they?
So let's check out her
Or
Fatal
wherever
Blow
I've heard
before
it
we
from.
go
Maybe
into
I
her
was.
second
Maybe
loadout.
it was a YouTube
This
video
one
or something. I can't
is
remember.
extremely powerful. That is actually drop down and track you. So no
No,
matter
an
where
overhead
on
though, right?
screen, it's going to hit them on the
mid.
top of the head.
Or was
It
it
is
overhead?
awesome for zoning exchanges. Like, you can literally sit there, look for Jade to throw her glaive or turn
Gotcha.
on, and yeah, you got him. She becomes extremely deadly when she's in Fatal Blow.
You'd expect
It's interesting how some
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
have like really strong fatal blows.
Help that tree. Nice.
32%.
All right, so let's
And,
go to
and
loadout
some have
2,
like
which is
just
my
really average.
wind-based
I wonder
loadout.
how they're going to kind of balance that.
Okay.
What, is that
wind-based
too
loadout.
much?
No, I think this is one of your best names ever.
Thank you. I thought
wow.
of this
Arbor
Arbor
Bay.
Bay on the way to work, and I...
Arbor Bay.
I like it. I like it. So now
She's
she's a
quite
little
cool.
darker, right? A little
Yes.
more evil.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
all in on her gear. I personally use this weird cosmic purple, like outer space.
So it does kind of like
looking
look like
thing.
she's got
Really
cat
cool.
ears a bit.
Earlier, I saw.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So the first move I gave him was this
Or fox
tornado.
ears.
Typically, she doesn't
Oh, yeah,
have
we've
just a
seen it.
standard projectile that just goes straight forward, and this she actually gets it. If she amplifies it, it goes full screen.
Mm-hmm.
The really cool thing, though, is actually the pushback on block, because it is hella. They actually go way back. So this
Those
is
go as far back as they do when they get hit. If
yeah.
not first,
It,
right?
so it is super good for keeping the opponent at bay.
Bay.
Arbor Bay. So then I also gave her another one of these buffs, which is this wind
Oh, okay,
tunnel.
that's new, right?
So again, I'll play Jade to show how it works, because this thing's pretty awesome. So while this is out, if Jade is on the outer edges, it actually slows down her movement, even her jumping. You can see. It's like literally a barrier. And if you get to the center, you can move, but outside the edges, it's super hard to get in. And this totally complements the tornado move I gave her. So, for example, you can go in here.
How are you going to get in?
Do this, and you can see. Mid-range,
She looks
Dave's
really
gonna
frustrated,
struggle
man.
to get in. And even if she's blocking, she's then going to be pushed back to it. So, this is just the perfect move
Is that amplified?
to keep someone out and keep it the range that Cetrion wants to be in. So,
That's what he
she
said,
doesn't
so.
have the best combos, but she has excellent keep away, and she's just going to be chipping them out, making them jump,
That
making
sounds
them
very
try to
unfun
maybe
to watch.
teleport in, or she could use her
I didn't
shadow
play
kick and
again.
then punish it. It's great skin control.
I've
Again,
never been a
though,
massive fan of
she is using all her defensive
NRS
stamina to do
owners.
these buffs.
Right. Cool.
Okay, so it uses
What do
defensive
we got?
stamina.
Anything left?
At least you can't have it like all the time.
We kind of want to just give a few
You know,
takes
like,
of Cetrion that we hadn't done from Game
what's it
Informer.
called?
So what we're going to do real quickly
Cold
now,
guy.
we know everyone is very excited
Captain
to
Cole,
see
was it? I can't remember
the
from
Hive
Injustice.
Queen, Devora
At
return.
least can't just do
we
it
do
all
want
the
to have
time.
bring in a special guest. Let's
By
throw a
charging
picture
it
of
really
Cetrion,
quickly.
take a quick 30-second break to get our guest in, and then we'll talk a little more about the collective and show you a cool piece we talked about last week.
Okay. So there you go, guys. It's this isn't the end, but I'm just saying that's our mystery second character, the character we've already seen. So bit underwhelming for me personally. We already knew, and she's one of the most underwhelming characters in my opinion. I'm not a massive fan, but I don't really like zoning in fighting games. I think it's something what puts a lot of people off. I think it's one of the reasons Injustice 2, a lot of people got put off with that as well, personally. So whenever I see zoners, it does make me a bit scared because I know it hurts.
All right, sorry, we're back. So last week we talked about
spectator-wise.
our friend
It does.
here, co-worker Vince. Who did
It
an
hurts
awesome
people who are new
piece.
to the game as well because
We're
it's
going
just
to talk
not
about
fun for them to go
the
against.
MK
They don't have to
Collective
deal with
today,
it like the pros. man.
which you can also, if you have fan art or what that sort of thing, you hashtag MK Collective, you put it on Twitter, you put it on those sort of things. We'll retweet it, and we've seen so much amazing.
Just
fan
my opinion,
art.
though. But
That
personally,
said, people in the
I
studio
think
are
it's the
also
most
fans of the
negative
game.
thing in fighters.
So real quick, introduce yourself.
Really strong zoning.
Hello, I'm Vince Wilder, and I'm a senior character artist here at NetherRealm.
Awesome. Vince, you created, if you want to, Derek, let him hold that for you. You don't want to give it to him?
No, I
you
love
can
him.
hang
He's
on to it,
awesome.
that's fine.
Okay.
Fine
So,
with it.
Vince created a Baraka bust out of 3D printing. Explain
Yes.
kind of what you do. We do actually have some pictures we can show as well along with the story. So,
Yes, definitely. So I was fortunate enough to actually create the high-resolution sculpture.
cool.
We had a really great design for him this game, so I was super excited. And yeah.
Yeah, he looks amazing.
Looks great.
Yeah, it's staggeringly cool.
As soon as I saw it, I said, I would like to buy one of these. How many do you have?
One.
Take a little bit of time.
So I will take this one then.
So real quick, from start to finish, how long would something like I'll let you show about the camera over here. I know. How long from start to finish are we talking about for this?
Well, the printing process, probably about 2 days. Probably about 12 hours per piece. And he was composed of mainly 2 pieces, the base and the torso.
That's cool.
I actually printed the teeth separately as well.
Oh, they're doing this because they're going to
probably
like
about a day worth of
give it
printing.
for something.
And then
or-
probably another 2 or 3 days worth of painting.
What kind of material is it?
It's actually like a polymer plastic. Yeah.
Awesome. Let's start those pictures we have and kind of go through. So what's this first step here?
Yeah. So this is straight fresh out of the printer.
so funny how
You
they're
can
delaying
see
the
it still
ball,
has
like,
the,
so much.
supports on it. So once it comes out of the printer, you obviously remove the supports and you put it. Actually, you cure it under UV light for about a couple hours. And what that does is really harden the surface, so it
Gives it
is
a
ready.
tan. Gives it a nice
Pretty
tan,
much,
yeah.
yeah.
Nice. All right, next shot.
Yeah.
What do we have here?
So at this point, I've had all the pieces printed, and I assembled them all and actually primed them to get it prepared for the actual paint job.
Okay.
And this here is when I started to work up the skin. So I started working the color zones with yellow, red, and blue.
I wonder why they're showing
And a
this.
lot of that stuff ends up
I mean,
kind of getting
it's
washed out on the
cool-ish,
skin,
I
but you
guess.
want to have that underneath to kind of be a very
Just seems quite
convincing
random,
kind
I think.
of
Don't you think
realistic
it feels a bit
skin surface in
random?
the end.
All right, next.
Or is this something I'm not getting? Or are you
and,
guys getting
here-
this for like
This is the fun one.
a really
This is
expensive
the-
collector's
so he's
edition or
kind of
something?
crudely masked off with some plastic and actually some silly putty. I found that silly putty was a really great masking material and really enabled you to get really clean lines with each surface.
So did you just buy a bunch of silly putty eggs?
Yeah, actually, a good friend of mine and coworker, Ian Nod, actually bought all that silly putty for some projects of his, and I had to steal that from him. To
Copying
use.
comics.
Copying comics in
I
the
know what he's up to.
newspapers, Sunday papers.
That Ian.
Yep. So yeah, after as you can see, I'm kind of peeling away the silly putty there, revealing all the kind of base colors on each surface, and still kind of working up all the colors. So at this point, this is pretty close towards the final product. with many different passes of color variation and kind of weathering. There's some metal pieces on there, so I used some metallic paints to kind of sell that surface.
Now, what makes me mad is we talked to you.
It looks
like,
good.
You're an artist. Like you're not just a game artist, but you're also an artist, and you've had art shows and whatnot. They haven't really painted like this before, and this is kind of your first go at it, and it looks like this. It looks this good.
Thank you. That's the first time I ever really had a real go at kind of painting
good,
that realistic
really
kind of skin. And yeah, I think it was pretty successful.
It's totally awesome.
Yeah.
Can we go back to that one shot, one more to the final lightbox shot? Just so I can give it, that's your Instagram. So you do a lot of just kind of sculpture
Art.
at home.
Yes. Oh yeah, a whole lot of it is
And
pretty much my life.
I went to look at it to make sure it was cool, you know? And so make sure there's nothing weird. And I realized that it's all weird, because it's all monsters
I
and
take
stuff.
that as a compliment.
Congratulations on all the weirdness on your Instagram.
Thank you, and shout out to JT for getting me those photographs. He did a great job.
Those are really awesome
They are
photographs.
good. Yeah. Really clean.
I just wanted to let you tell the fans about kind of your love of creating art based on Mortal Kombat as well, and we have this amazing bust to show for it.
So I guess it's just
It's
like
some pretty
showcasing
artistic
people
yes.
from
It is
the certain
super
group
impressive.
who do
Like, up
certain
close,
things.
it's amazing.
for
It's,
them.
I mean, it's really impressive.
like
to
a
look
kind
at,
of,
and like, oh my lord, if there were pre-orders, it's like, well, this is all I do.
I don't know.
now.
I don't
This is
say
it.
it. Just a community thing,
So
kind of.
awesome.
You know what I
Thank you
mean?
so
Is there,
much.
is
Okay,
there
I get
any
it.
other characters that you're thinking about doing next?
I don't know why they're not showing this after
Yeah, there might
Devora,
be a
but
couple down the line.
Nice.
Yo,
Stable.
That's
Devora.
cool.
Ooh.
You like the weird creatures.
Yeah.
I may have made a Devora, maybe.
Ooh,
I
awesome.
can't wait to see it.
So that's it. That is his Instagram page. Vince, thank you so much for stopping by and
thank
just
you.
showing us this awesome piece of work. The day you brought it in, I was like, we got it. I mean, it's gonna show up on one of these shelves here shortly, I think. If you're cool with that for a
Oh
little
yeah,
bit.
that's pretty much why I made it.
This guy.
Oh.
This guy, friend of the Combat Cast now, forever. Awesome. Let's put up a picture of our next character that we're going to show, and we'll be right back.
Devora, right? Yeah. I mean, it's cool, but it just means that the Cetrion was the third. God damn it. All right, let's see what she's all about. That thing what comes up, like out of her when she dies, that's fucking weird, man. I didn't expect it to be flying. How awkward is that going to be to go against? I wonder how much health it has as well. It does seem like a very gimmicky thing, though, personally. It's going to be interesting seeing her different specials as well. I don't
All
think
right,
it showed
everybody.
too many.
We're back. I know that everyone's
in
been
that
waiting for this for
little
quite a
reveal.
while.
With
Yeah,
the
there is
gameplay.
there is at least one notable tournament player who's been. I was almost going to say downright annoying, but I don't want to be rude. But
But you kind of did. You kind of just did it right there.
no, I understand though. I'm
it's fine.
sympathetic.
And just a brief explanation too. We did
Damn.
show her early in the process.
Yes.
Damn
And
right
just
annoying.
for something with Xbox. She was
Oh,
not
damn
ready
right,
for
sorry.
prime time to be shown on stream yet. Has been now, but we have a schedule that we follow, and now she is ready to be shown. So
Even that image that we released back then was kind of like an old image too,
Yes.
right? Like she's changed
evolved quite
she
a bit.
looks
yes.
quite a bit since that image.
She looked
I know
robotic
that
in
we
that
definitely
image.
have a lot of people who are huge.
But why
Devora
did they
fans.
show
Me
her?
included.
They're
What
But
a-
they're not
what a
showing
great
anything with
character, a great character to bring
That
back
was a
from
bit weird.
MKX.
She was the only one they did that with, weren't they?
One of those characters when you first saw MKX, like this is different. This is new. So just tell us real quick about how she goes.
Pretty similar to MKX, she is extremely good up close. We did not keep the cancels, but we did keep a lot of her pressure tools. Like, I guess we can just go straight in.
Let's just do it.
Let's see.
She's a heavy pressure character.
Yeah, her 422 is back. It's not an
Wow.
overhead like in the
Oh, it's a
original
mid.
MKX. It was an XL. It was not.
But it's fast.
Yeah,
But it
still.
is fast. It
But
has
she's gonna have
great
good
range.
footses.
Then she has a bunch of really good new normals. She has this overhead. It's forward 4. It's super fast.
I think
Oh, it
Chevy
is
hit me
fast.
with that about 4 times in a row. The
Yeah,
other day.
I can
It
see
was
that.
so
I would not say
mad.
it.
And that is complemented by a tremendous low that actually has a ton of reach, and she goes into this
Wow.
creepy crawler move, which
Ugh.
I absolutely love
Fucking
using.
disgusting.
So you can see neither of the 50-50
like a
are going to launch
spider.
you for a combo, but they're very fast and very, very irritating.
Why have you turned her into a spider?
She also has this string, which I just absolutely love because of this part. She literally
Mids.
pukes on you, and then
She's
it's
got a lot
super
of
fun
mids.
to do. And we got to see her throws because they're both great. She's hitting you with her babies, and then this one is too fun. I love the little gesture she's doing, the back and forth.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We need to make the sound effects. Steve.
Yeah, I
Let's
don't know why we're not. And then forward 1-3 is this really good advancing, very quick high move that can go into all her
Oh,
special
she's gonna have
moves.
some
So let's go
good
over
futses,
special
and this
moves.
game is very futsy
Alpha
based.
Positor Rush is back, It's just like you remember it. Really good chip damage,
Okay.
great combo ender, great pressure tool.
Doesn't hit as many times, I don't think.
Then she has a bunch of new moves. I really like this projectile where I love the gesture she's doing. She sends out one of her babies, and it's a slow-moving projectile with
There's
good startup,
things
but
staying on him as
It's really
well.
good to let it go,
You see
and
them.
then
they're not like a traditionally
Yes.
straight. They actually
Exactly.
arc up and down. So depending upon if you're ducking or not, they may hit you or they may
Yes.
not because of the path that they
it's
fly.
very, very hard to jump, and jumping
going
is
out of, like,
good
a-
against Devora
their armpit or
because, you
something?
know, her normals have such good range at taking up to the range.
He's got
So
them
I
around
think
him
if you
too.
can, like, she's not going to win like a projectile battle with like Liu Kang or something, but if she can establish her projectile space, I think these things are great.
So what's up with her babies? Why are her babies hanging out over on Aaron Black?
I wasn't ready to get to that.
Well, okay.
I mean,
then.
do they, huh?
Puddle is back. She has to actually control it close, medium, or far. You can see she puts it out. There's a bunch of delay, and then the opponent's going to want to get out of dodge or block it, and that's when, again, she goes in with this.
Very
or her
similar to
throw.
MKX.
Yes. If she amplifies it, it actually happens immediately, and she gets combos.
Ah.
You know, theoretically.
Theoretical
When you're
combo.
not old and bad.
Yeah, just throw that, Steve. That'll fix it. There you go.
And then she has this anti-air grab, which is one of her
God.
chief combo enders. This has a crushing blow if you anti-air with it.
Yuck.
Now it'll actually do dot damage, which everyone makes fun of me for saying dot damage, but
Who makes fun of you for saying that?
multiple people are tweeting me because it's damage over time.
Oh, did the thing
It's
just
saying
fly
damage
out
over
of
time
him?
damage.
That I feel like that's normal.
Everybody
see
says
that?
Just like ATM machine. Yeah.
ATM machine I don't love. But
If she amplifies it, even after the crushing blow, she actually gets a restand.
where you can throw something at them.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, amplify it.
You are pressing that.
He's
hell out
bashing
of
it,
that
yeah.
button.
They start vomiting and a baby spews.
Oh.
Yeah, isn't
Yeah,
that
yeah,
nice?
it flies
So
out,
she
I
injects
think.
you with
Or a
baby.
few of
Yeah,
them
she's
fly out.
trying to help you. It's the miracle of birth.
Okay.
Moving on.
All right. So anyway, let's go over the loadouts I made. So the first loadout I gave her, my opinion, her coolest new move, which is Widow's Kiss. She teleports,
Whoa.
comes from the ground, drops down. It's super fast. And if she
Wow,
amplifies
she really
it,
is
she
like
gets
a
a combo.
spider.
This is my favorite dang thing in the game.
Yeah, this is just. That's.
Oh, that's so
he
good.
looks so cozy. You know, cozy with a K.
Of
yeah,
course.
I'm so glad you picked a guy with a hat.
And his cape.
Yeah. This is a combo starter. It's a great anti-zoning tool. So, like I was
Did
saying,
that combo?
Yeah, because if you jump, you're getting caught.
yep.
It did combo. Holy
If you
shit.
move, you're getting caught. So
Absolutely.
while a lot
Yeah,
of
it's
her
a combo
stuff has
starter.
slower startup and
Interesting.
it's hard to get going, if the opponent, you know, again, the example I used, Liu Kang's very fast.
And can she
fireballs.
can do that
If
like.
he dares, and
Wow,
you
she
read
can
him,
do it full
He's
screen.
gonna get comboed.
Or cozy.
Okay, well, she's
gonna become cozy. He's gonna
anti-zoned.
become a
Like, she's
father.
not going to get zoned.
So,
that's good.
Now we're talking about the bugs.
Yeah, what's up with little babies?
You're not
So
going to
several
zone that.
different
There's no
moves
chance.
leave
She gets a
babies,
free
you
combo
can
for it.
see.
It's almost
And
like
then she
Batgirl.
has this move where, for half of her offensive stamina, she can call them back and they do damage. And this does not have, like, it doesn't matter where the opponent, what reaction they're in. Where they could be standing there, they cannot block it. It's going to hit.
Wait, what?
Right, and she can call the babies back no matter what the
That's way
opponent
too much
Right,
damage.
Like,
for-
you're just taking
Yes.
damage.
For
free,
from
innit?
the
It's
guys.
pretty much free damage at the cost of stamina and her startup. So there's a lot of risk, and it's not doing a ton of damage, but it is I use it as a rounder all the time.
It's kind of insulting to die to the babies.
It's also something that you can use when they're spun. You can go for it. and then actually
Dude,
have
Devora's
time to do a
looking
combo. It
strong,
is
man.
Basically free damage for the cost of your stamina.
I don't
If you're not
see,
afraid to use your stamina, it's great.
Sure. Cool. What
So
else we got?
that's actually
He
the
tried to
one
use
that
it
I
there, I
use the
think,
most.
but
That's
he
what I've
didn't
been
have
using in the lab. She's one of my favorite characters lately. But I do have one more loadout we can check out.
We'll do it.
Actually,
gonna
first
show
let's
the
do a
resurrection
crushing
one.
blow. Or, sorry, fatal blow.
Yeah, we haven't seen this. Damn. Wow. Okay.
Boom.
Bit
Alright,
less
so
though.
one more. And this is
free
going to be
10. But
kind of a
instant.
trap-based pressure one. So the first move I gave her,
That
is
one
flipping
from the
out.
air. Oh crap!
I
What the
love
hell?
the alien, like, very strange costume. So flipping out is a
That
half
is weird.
screen, super fast
Whoa.
overhead that she can actually do from the ground or the air.
Oh my god, the range!
It's not going to be a lot of damage, but it has a crushing blow.
Oh,
that
and a
actually leads
bouncer
to a
from
combo.
it.
The
Fucking
requirement
hell.
is you have to hit it
I
twice.
think, I think Devora's got.
The idea was you're playing a game, you hit the overhead. Now the opponent, as they're getting
This is a
up,
very
remember,
footsie-based
she has
game,
the
and she's
low,
got footsies, man.
and they're going to
Like-
know if you hit it with a second time, it's loaded, and then she's going to get a combo. Again, you know, if I wasn't old and bad.
Right.
I also gave her Pooping Bug, where she puts a bug out, and it actually...
And the bug gets a bug.
Yeah, the bug gives birth to a bug that then will go to the opponent and hit them. And this is, because it's slow moving, the idea would be the opponent's standing there blocking, she puts the bug out. Now, that's coming, and she can go in, and the opponent is going to have to respect that bug.
It doesn't even hit him.
I'm not doing it close enough. All right. There, you can see.
Okay,
The opponent's
right.
going to want to block it, which is going to open up throws for 50-50.
That looks really unsafe,
whatever you
that
wanna
though.
do. And the Amplified is super strong. It actually will
It poops
spew
multiple
out
bugs.
3 of them.
Oh my goodness.
Oh wow, okay.
Triplets.
Yeah. I mean, she is truly the
Yeah,
hive
but like,
queen.
it looks like a corner kind of
Babies
thing.
are having babies.
Yeah, the babies are having babies. They're
don't know about that
multiplying like bunnies. And then lastly, I gave her an air version where the babies explode and then seemingly go off to heaven. And they will hit the opponent. And she can amplify it and do multiple.
Oh my goodness.
There'll be 3 on screen that are slow-moving upwards projectiles that the opponent has to block. And again, if they're sitting there blocking, she goes in for her 50-50 or her throws or a jumping or whatever. And
She just plays her game at that point.
yeah, she plays her game while her bugs are doing
Her
work
doing
for
the
her.
work,
Yeah.
locking them down for the most part, so she can go in and get to 50-50.
Yeah, or they're mesmerized by the bugs that are piecing out.
Right on.
Cool.
Yeah, I think Devora, very interesting trap character, setup character. I think if you liked her pressure,
She doesn't seem to hit at
setups,
all with
you
her
know,
hands, does she?
Set play design from the last game, I think you'll be super, super happy.
What about am I allowed
Fatality?
to ask about more fatality?
I think we can do that.
Let's do it.
Let's play a match with her.
Okay, let's see.
Very
They
excited
didn't
to be able to
explain
show
the
Devora finally.
resurrection
Yeah.
one.
I know that.
Would have been interested just to
How
see
do
if
you
it has
probably
more moves than
like
2.
me again?
No.
Nah.
No.
Probably not. Probably not.
But yeah, no, she's got a lot of new, unique things. The bug Vora is the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah, we saw a teaser for that in the trailer. She dies and actually comes back as a baby, and the best part is the baby.
I'm not even. I didn't.
Wow.
Oh, Burr!
Those are all the same.
They don't want to say.
Can't tell us apart.
As you will die soon. This
Oh,
one
God.
bears
I
no
love her putting the baby back in.
Yeah, where she actually, when she dies, she
Yeah,
comes back as a bug.
that
And then
thing
you can
there
actually
seems really
fight
strong.
as a bug by either spitting stuff.
It looks
or
like the
stinging
damage is
them.
quite low looking
it has
at
its
it.
own move list itself. It's
Yes,
great.
I love that the move list is like buzz.
Buzz, buzz, buzz.
Hundreds.
Yeah,
Like that whole confirm weren't
Hit
that much,
that.
was it?
it's like even.
100.
Have some faith.
I do.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
If you did lose to the computer, is that kind of it for you on the combat?
yeah.
cast?
I mean, I would agree.
And it's like the computer on
100. Yeah, her damage
No, I
definitely
agree,
doesn't
it's
seem too
fine.
high, I don't think. I mean, comparing to Liu
Widow's
Kang or
Kiss, also
something.
love that move.
Yeah.
She's got a lot of really cool new things.
But we'll have to
that,
see.
like,
They say that
show
this damage
off
might not stay
her
the same, right?
bugginess and her
Damn.
personality, too.
Wow, Jax is absolutely going. Look at that.
Tyler playing?
Oh man, thank you so much.
Heyo. There you go.
200.
Oh,
Okay.
he doesn't care about your bugs.
Wow.
Oh man, your last show, crazy.
I didn't see you going out.
I do
like
think
this.
Jax is starting
know
to
her.
kind of grow on
Big
me.
dog.
Yes.
I think it's actually kind of cool with his punches.
Oh.
It's kind of sick.
I've never not been hit by that move. It's okay. I'm gonna survive and I'm gonna win. It's fine.
You're just
I
going
don't
to
know.
fail
His
blow,
arms
aren't
are going to
you?
be fully heated up now.
No, I've
He
got
could
this, I've
shoot.
got
He could
this.
shoot.
Ah!
It's just going to fail blow. Yeah.
See, I told you. Don't worry.
What's the scaling gonna be like though?
That would have been a pack.
I'm a big fan of this fatality. I think it's a real good one.
I don't know which
Fully
one we're
just-
showing, but I'm pretty excited. Because I think both of them are awesome.
I didn't look at percentage. Whoops. Ugh. Alien. Wow. Fucking hell.
No,
Grass.
no one saw that coming.
Yeah,
No one saw
that's
that coming.
Woo!
Yeah.
It's just like a new little.
Man,
And
Yeah.
yet another baby.
Yep.
yeah.
She's just
Fantastic.
multiplying.
So that is Devora
That's
Infecting
Devora.
the world,
coming
man.
very soon. 11 days.
She's looking
right?
strong with her
Until Mortal
footsies.
Kombat
I can't
11.
believe it. It
Her
seems
damage
like
is going to be
we
interesting
just
to
started.
see.
It's funny when you like just as a
She's definitely
talking
looking
about
quite
this, like,
solid though.
when we did the thing in LA when we announced the game, right? That feels like it happened 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like things just like the game, you start going down that hill, and then here we are, 11 days. Couple things before we get to birthday shout-outs.
All right, well,
Want to
guys,
say that we are. I just posted it on
I'll,
Xavier Wood's Twitter.
turn them on
They're
if
doing
I-
a showdown with
Actually, I can just do it
IGN
here.
with Zelina Vega, Alistair Black,
Oh, wait, actually,
Kofi
wait.
Kingston, and Xavier Woods.
You mean the WWE champion,
Yes,
Kofi
the WWE's
Kingston?
doing champion. And before I wanted to bring that up too. He's come to the studio. He's played you as Katana. Been a friend of the studio. Been a friend of, like a fan of Mortal Kombat for years. The first time we ever met him, he was wearing a Mortal Kombat shirt,
Yep.
I
not
was just
knowing
gonna
we were
say-
going to be there.
Yes. And
Just
they seemed more excited to meet us than we were to meet them, which is saying a lot.
Right, I think they're just talking about me and him.
Yeah.
so truthfully, like not everybody's a wrestling fan, sure.
That'll make you
His,
kind of
his
cute.
championship match was amazing.
Okay, let's talk about the wrestling maybe, I don't know. We saw Katana, Cetrion, or however you say her name, I always fucking say it wrong, I think. Cetrion, whatever. And Devora. Devora, footsie-wise, looking very strong. Damage-wise, looking weaker. But I don't know if that'll matter. She's got some really strong finishing things. As you could see when she was calling back her bugs, that could actually be quite dirty. She's got really good anti-zone with that spiderweb thing too. Also, who else we see? Katana. She looks like she's got most of her combos in the corner, so she's going to be maybe a bit more of a zoner. Not sure. Will she be as zony as MKX? Unsure once again. I'm only going off what we just saw now. But she's looking stylish. It looks like they are making each character their own more and more. Even Devora, you know, it feels very much like they're trying to give a proper personality to even the way they move and things. And then we obviously saw Cetrion, who's just going to be a zoner, who's going to be very, very annoying to verse. So yeah, them were the characters. Hopefully you enjoyed this little chat along with watching it with you guys. And I'll see you with the next ones, and then I'll see you in game. Looking forward to it, man. I can't wait to get my hands on all the characters and testing them all out. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Have a good one, guys.